Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and hermaphrodites, to Red Raptor 15, your portal to everything Palmer.
Hello, YouTube viewers and subscribers. Today I'm going to be showing you a very basic and beginner Photoshop tutorial. I'm not the best at Photoshop in the first place, but I know the very basic tools. I've made a lot of stuff. Okay, we obviously start off by opening Photoshop. I am using CS6 extended. Okay, and the first thing we want to do is either open an image or just create a new thing, which I'm going to do because I'm going to be opening an image in it. I have an image copied to my clipboard, so I'll paste that down. This is what we're going to be practicing on. And the first thing you want to do that I learned is always duplicate your layer. And you can do that by either clicking duplicate layer, or what I like to do is clicking Control J. Okay, and the only reason you do that is if you mess up on when you're doing it, you can go back to an original. Yeah. Okay, so now that we have that open, I'll kind of introduce what all these tools do. Okay. This is the default one. Okay, all my tools are default. Okay, now, let's see, the first tool is the arrow. This lets you move the photo around. Let me make it. And clicking the eye next to the layers is to make it so you can see the layer or not, but it's still in there even if you can't see it. Okay, so this just moves it around, and if you have the setting, this thing right here, you can edit the size and stuff of the photo. If you want to, then just apply the transformation. Okay, this right here is kind of a self-explanatory thing in majority of photo editing softwares, even MS Paint. It's just a selection tool where you can select an area. I don't know why it's like that. I think it's a setting I did a while ago, but it's supposed to be a square or a rectangle, and where you can select an area of the picture and move it around if you want. I guess I have it all feathered around the edges. It's really weird. Okay. And yeah, so that's pretty much what that tool's for. I'll go undo that by clicking Control Z. Okay, and if you have a selection thing up and you don't want it, just click Select and Deselect or Control D. Okay, and you can do different shapes, like rectangular, mark tools, single row, yeah. And then next is the lasso tool, where you can hand select, like draw out the area you want to select. Like if I just want to do this is going to be pretty bad, but all I'm doing is giving you an example. If I just want to select this petal, I would just do that. And take that off. And then if you right click on the tool, it gives you more options. And there's also the polygon lasso tool, which is a more exact one where you can draw out lines of what parts of it you want to select. Okay. And yeah, that's, then you just drag it back there, and when that little circle appears next to the shape thing, it means you can click it and select it. Okay. Okay. Then this right here is kind of like a pretty good tool. It lets you select a certain, like it finds the edges of the image and like selects it for you. Like, see that? Just did that by doing that. Then you can select the entire flower because it knows the edges of it, and it gets it like almost exact. That's like one of my favorite tools. Okay. Magic wand tool that it just kind of like tries to select everything at once. It works pretty good. And this right here is a cropping tool. Lets you crop the image down, or yeah, down. Then you just apply the crop, And this right here is the color selector. It's in like most editing softwares or picture image editing softwares, and it lets you choose a color from your image that you want to use. Like say I wanted this darker green or darker yellow over here, and I want to say paint over it. I could, yeah, just do that. But yeah, that's what that tool does. And this right here is a spot healer. It kind of makes it so like if you have an image and you want to like make the edges harder to see, like if you put, like if I were to put a face right here, I would kind of do this around the edges to make it look like it blends in with the image. It works really good. Then this, as I have shown before, is the paintbrush. You can use the paintbrush to obviously color stuff in. You can also use it for shading. All you really have to do is, well, this is my way of doing it. There's other ways. There's actual shading tools. But what I like to do is like lower the opacity to about 30% and make this color black, and you know, makes it, that's kind of a really bad example, but yeah, you get the idea. It'll make the overall image darker. Yeah. And you go up here. This is like for all the other tools, or yeah, all the other editing tools down here in this area, I mean. Right here is where you can change the size of your tool and the type of brush you use. Like if right now I have it on like a hazy type thing, but if I wanted it like a solid shading, then yeah. Then there's a lot more, you know, there's all these different, you know, like a leaf. Lets you paint leaves on it. That's pretty cool. Get rid of all that. Then this right here is also one of my favorite tools. It makes it so that, like if I, here 1 second, let me give you an example. Okay, I just kind of grabbed this picture off the internet. What this tool kind of does, it's the cloning stamp tool. It lets you like choose a source point, and wherever you paint over, it's gonna paint whatever you're painting over the same exact shape or color as the source point. Like if I hold Alt to choose a source point and I click right here, if I paint over her face, it's gonna paint her face just like where the source point was, like this. Like if I put it lower, it pretty much lets you erase people from pictures. Like it chooses the background for you, kind of. That's how I'd best describe it. You know, make it look like she doesn't even exist in the picture. You know, and like if I wanted it like that, then you know, I'm not like I just figured out how to use it, so I'm not very good at it, but yeah, you get the idea. And let me close this and go back to our original. Okay, and this tool, history brush, current canvas does not match that. And this, what this does is pretty much erase the history of your picture. Like, it's a history brush, like all the things you've done in your picture, it kind of erases that. But I've undone everything I've done to this picture, so you get the idea. And this is obviously the eraser tool. And I have my background as transparent, so if I erase the picture, it goes to that transparent background. And same as the other one, you can, you know, change the size and make it fuzzy around the edges. You get the idea. This is a paint bucket tool. What it does is, you know, it's kind of self-explanatory. Have the opacity really low, so let me fix that. Okay, and what it does is it takes the color that you have selected as your foreground, and it kind of, when you click on a color, it kind of takes all of that color in the picture and dyes it the color that you have selected, just like that. And this tool right here, I really don't tool? Oh, the blur tool. Okay. I guess that makes it blurry. Sorry, like I said, I'm kind of like a beginner at Photoshop too, but I know some of the basic stuff. It adds blur to the picture. Okay. Then this tool right here looks like it brightens it. Dodge tool. I guess it kind of like dodges the color of the picture, I guess. Makes it like blend in. Then this pen tool, you know. And yeah. Sorry. Like I said, I haven't used every tool yet, but when I figure it out, I'll put it in my next tutorial. Okay, let me get rid of all that. Then this right here, I've used this tool a lot. This tool right here is a text tool, you know, lets you make your own text, like own text, and you can control the, no, and you can mess with the settings up here. Like right now, I have that as a font. Here's all the different fonts, you know. And then you can change the size by either going to this, or what I like to do is this, so you can try to like get it exact as you want it. You just put your arrow over this and click and drag. Okay. Delete. This right here is the path selection tool. I guess it selects paths. But like I said, I'll figure out what it does in my next tutorial, and then you'll get it. And then this is a rectangle selection tool. This right here, just, you know, hand tool. I'm guessing it like, I guess, okay. Sometimes you have to rasterize the picture. I'm not sure what that tool does either. Dang. I need to figure this stuff out. Okay. Then this right here is the zoom tool. It lets you zoom in or out. To zoom in, just hold down the button and move your mouse right. To zoom out, just move it left. You know, or you can just click zoom out and zoom in and just hold it down. Okay. And now, what did I do? Okay. And now, that is pretty much it for all the tools. Well, majority of the tools. I'm sorry for the ones I didn't get to. In my next episode, I'll try to go over layers and filters. And thanks for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe. And boom.